right, left draw. So this will be part 3 of my inking here of one of my sketches in my sketchbook, one of the big ones that I use. And this is, I think, part 3, video 3. Bear with me. I'm only gonna be a few minutes here. I've only got so much memory on the phone, the iPhone that I'm using to record this, and I'm having troubles, technical difficulties. So I apologize for that if it comes through. But let me use this other Micron. No, actually, I was using a Pilot G205 pen. Let's click that, close, and let's use this precise Pilot V5 for the hair. Actually, I need to clean this out. Sometimes the ink gathers at the tip, at the metal tip. You gotta clean it out. Give it a little bit of you just use a little napkin. Make sure it's a dry napkin. Otherwise, it'll leave water bubbles on the metal tip, and then that's gonna affect your ink flow, and it's gonna smear it. And we don't want that when we're doing something as delicate as hair. We're not gonna worry about doing any in-depth inking on the hair right now. We just want to get the basics down. I want to do quick strokes here. I don't want to overthink it, because sometimes I do that, even after many years of drawing and schooling myself on all things art and watching other artists do their thing. But I'm sure we're all guilty of it. So I should say a little bit of housekeeping. Thank you for being here. If it's your first time, thank you for coming through. You could have been anywhere else on the internet, but you chose to stop by here. So that's fantastic, and I cannot possibly thank you enough for taking a look at my videos and my tutorials. There's plenty of them in my queue, so feel free to go through the channel and see which ones you like. And also, I want to thank the recent subscribers that have come on board the channel. Let me switch over to the Pilot G205. Actually, I erased some of the pencil lines, but I know it's getting in the way of laying down the ink, so we're going to do a little bit more erasure. And I want to do this in this video, just get to this ear, because it's been bugging me for a while since the last video I made on this particular sketch in the sketchbook. So let's get to it. So there's so many ways to do hair, and so there's no one way. I want to get a certain curvature on my line. I want it to be natural. I want to throw that line like that, like that, like that, like that. Put one in the middle. Give it a little depth. All right, and then we're gonna throw this up here. See, I can feel the resistance on the page, so that means there's just too much graphite there. And these gel pens actually, that's what it is. It's a gel pen. Are very sensitive, actually, at the tip, more than I thought they would be when I first started using them. All right, so we're gonna itemize the ear a little bit more, taking out this line. We'll do the bottom as well. Let's fill in some, let's just do a little shadowing here. Fill in some shade. All right, we're good with time. And then we're going to give it a little depth here. Sometimes you can actually, that earlobe was way too thin. Oh, I originally penciled it. Again, these are the little details you're going to add later in your inks. All right, let me go. I can't really move around the sketchbook because of the way I've got the camera layout set up on this table at the coffee house, at the cafe. So I'm outdoors. Of course, I'm doing my usual guerrilla sketching, as I've told you all that I'm fond of doing. I guess this will be more of my guerrilla inking than anything else. All right, so I'm having a little trouble with this. Let me try the Sakura. Well, this is a brush. We're not going to brush anything yet. We're going to use I think this line, yep, no resistance on the Sakuras. And again, I want to keep it natural. Doesn't have to be too pristine. I'm not trying to do that on a sketch. Just a simple sketch. All right, this was actually a mistake that I made on the drawing, but that's what, again, initial pencils are about. You know, you want to make those mistakes, and then you can clear them up later in your inks. Actually, here as well in the nose, there's a little dip there, but it doesn't have to be pronounced. I might come back to that later. So this was actually not the bridge of the shades. I already inked that. So let me go here. As you can tell, I'm going to alternate some of the lines, change them from where I originally had them, and that's okay. You can do that when you ink. Well, when you ink your own stuff. If you're inking someone else, then just ask if you can make changes that the penciler may not want you to do. I want to thicken this out a little bit. A little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. I need volume. We're going to create that volume with strokes of... All right. And we are at time. All right, hold on a second. Let's reset this for... Okay, let me finish this here out. We're still on camera view? Yep. Let's pause here.